USA. What's that sign look like to you guys? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? What's up? What's going on, guys? Once you jump on here, hit that thumbs up for us. Helps push the algorithm out. Let me know if you have picture and do you have video. Do you, and more importantly, have both of them together? For some reason, some dudes will have one without the other. As long as it's not all of you, then it's obviously you guys can reboot probably or log off and back on, and it should fix the problem for you. How was everybody's first day of the week? Mine started on Friday. First day of this week started for me Friday evening after everybody left. Out on the floor right now, we are running a lot of black fupas. So if you've got one of those on order, it'll be coming shortly. There's green mesh pockets. Piles. We are piled up out here. Tons of gear has been cut. Tons of stuff being sewn. There was so much stuff on the table I couldn't even see Jake standing on the other side of it at one point today. NSW modulars, NSW full rigs with boxes, cop rigs, all kinds of stuff going out here. Tons and tons of stuff running. More machines running every day. Covert bags still being built. Mesh pockets, clothes bags finished up. Here's a bunch of radio pouches, different colors that have been done in the last couple days. Rob Mill, what's up? Bo, what's going on? Calvin, got notification, good. Philippe, Landfill, what's up? Warcoat. Calvin Burcham, what's going on? Landfill, Carter Lee. Chris Hall, Spencer Smith. This is the new shirt for the week. Right there. Benjamin Brewer. Mikado, what's going on? Convertible slings were done today. Typhon grocery bags were done today. We've got micro rigs in a few different colors if you are into that kind of thing. We do have some 308 rigs. Got some stacked micros. Got some covert bags here. Those are still shipping out. Fanny packs. We have multicam or woodland fanny packs. I've got Arid, Tiffany Blue, and then I've got multicam black with Typhon. We have gray fupas out there in motion. Coyote fupas I do have ready to ship, and I've got OD. XLs, I've got multicam, I have Coyote, and I have black ready to go. I do not currently have any danglers. There's a ton of them cut though. Slings, we have almost every color I think now, and we have every version for you. Tool aprons, I've got purple. I've still got a Typhon red. I've got some Coyotes in there, some Arids, and OD black. We got Cali bags, we got grocery bags, lever gun chest rigs. I do have some day packs, multicam black and woodland day packs. Tool bags, I've got quite a few options. I have Arid padded night vision cases. I have woodland being made. I've got, for vehicle med bags, I've got Arid, woodland, and black. If there's something you guys want to see, let me know. Are the slings like the Magpul? I have no idea. I've seen a lot of guys come to class with Magpuls and put ours on and throw the Magpuls away. That's not talking shit about Magpul. I've never even had one in my hand that I remember. Mark Termel, what's up? Does that mean my 308 will ship soon? I have no idea, man. What kind of 308 do you have on order? We've got some split front 308s cut. I've got black 308s right here. It looks like these are left-handers right now. I don't see any more 308s in here. What color 308 do you have? And when you reply with the color and say 308. There's a bunch of people commenting. I won't know in 20 seconds. And for some reason, when you guys reply right now, I might not even see it for a few minutes. Thanks for the email this morning about the mesh pocket. Right on, Eagle. I didn't even know that was you, buddy. What pattern is Raid? Raid looks like... Shit, I don't even see anything Raid here. Raid looks like this. That's Raid with blue thread. Also, before you order something, talk to me right here. I don't have anything that I see here in Raid made up. Maybe some little stuff. And I don't think we have Raid material right now. Chuck Peoples, Homestead Medical, what's up? John Oliver. Don't like Magpuls either, but I like the ability to convert from 1 to 2. We have a convertible sling that does that. Our convertible sling right here will attach to the front. You can use multiple different hardware. It will attach to the back. You're going to throw whatever hardware you want on here. It says on the page where you order this sling comes with one attachment. If you want one from the rear, you need to order a second one, and there's a link on the same page to order the one you want. And then you can take this, you can undo this HK clip from the front, clip it here, and that will make it a single point. Peck Perspective, what's up? Mr. Greg, are you and Amanda babysitting Little Spoon while Scully? I don't know, I haven't seen Little Spoon. I'm not a good babysitter. I'll drop your kid at the strip club and then be surprised on Monday when I go to pick him up and he's not there. Split front 308 Woodland. Oh, you had that on order? Yeah, we've got some cut. We have some cut. Hobby Farm Dad. I don't see a reply, buddy. What product are you looking for in Raid? Ice Mike, what's up? Went to the range and gym. Now cooking ribeye. Perfect day. When I get off of here, I will probably cook some ribeye, eat that, and then head to bed, which means I'll go to sleep in 2 hours from then. What's that? What's all that? Holy moly. Hey bro, I have some serious commercial sewing machines for sale if you're interested, as well as a vinyl welder, FRC fabric rolls for days. Johnny Burns, where are you at? I work at FRC Shooting Range, Louisiana. Website said fanny pack wasn't toxic. No, I don't have it. I have multicam black toxic fanny packs, but I don't have any Raid. Oh, I have a Raid that's not toxic fanny pack. That's Raid. And then if you want toxic thread, I have multicam black with toxic. And then the inside of this, nope, the inside of that's black also. So it's black with toxic inside there. Baton Rouge. Johnny Burns, man, send me an email if you would. I'm not really looking for machines. I've got 52 machines right now, and I've never seen 20 of them run since I've been in Tennessee. But you might have something. Are you the dude that Collier put a picture up of a whole factory that was shutting down today? Is that you? Excited for the next podcast so Scully can shit on Hawaii because our political just introduced a bill to block Trump on the ballot. So I didn't know that. They're saying upwards of 500 children are unaccounted for, though. I just watched some content about that about an hour ago before I got on here. Bang Bang, what's up? Witherspoon, what's going on? DJ Guzman, what's up? Biden and even shitbag Republicans want to jump into a war. Of course they want a war. They all make money. They're all buddies, right? When the camera's on, they all hate each other. But they're all fucking little children together when the camera's not on. Come on. They have a common enemy, and that's you and me. The useless eaters, right? The peasants. Same problem that the royalty perceived that they had in medieval times. The difference is the populace is armed now. It's not just pointed sticks. That fanny pack could run on 19. It could, but there's no way that's gonna be old school like the 90s, right? You're just gonna put your pistol in there. If that's you and you're cool with that, it'll do it all day long with a 19, yes. If you want something where you reach in there and your 19 is actually in a dedicated holster, then you're gonna wanna run a FUPA, which is bigger. Hauling horse shit all day, redoing the base of your chicken pens, right on. No spray on any of that feed they're feeding those horses, though, right? None of the forever chemicals in there. Founding fathers were pretty damn smart. Life Tissue Lab's going to be badass. Chuck, that's going to be badass. World War I was a family dispute. Yes. Those were cousins and kids that played together in the same playroom, every one of them. It's about just fucking, they're playing chess with your children's lives. They're all drinking buddies. Yep. George Carlin's. Yeah, it's amazing. All the shit George Carlin said. And most people now, like we have a ton of people amongst us who have no idea. They've never even seen or heard Carlin. All children accounted for, but they lied about exporting the waste because of all the human remains, yet totally okay dumping the toxic waste above our water supply. Busy weekend, volunteer firefighter had a house burned down Friday, and a workshop burned down Sunday. That sucks, man. What's causing? Oh, chimney fires, I see. Kiss another chicken farm goodbye in Texas. What's that about, Easy K? Bell, hello. Our horses are pastured. We give them some round. Oh, God, right on. Awesome. Your horses. Very cool. Tanton, I'm sure. Poogie, I'm sure I'm slaying your name. Where are you from? Where are you at? All right, guys, what do you want to talk about? We've shown the gear. If there's a piece of gear you want to see more up close, just shout it out. We'll go look at it. Otherwise, we can just talk about whatever. Oh, burn down a chicken farm. Big one. My immune system is the equivalent of SEAL Team 6 because when I drop food on the floor, I eat it. I do that too, Peck Perspective. We have a mouse running around the kitchen. We caught actually 2 of them today, and I've got carne asada sitting up there in a bowl. And the mouse will get in there and eat it. I'll still eat the carne asada. I don't care that the mouse was nibbling on it. Philippines, right on, Philippines. Send me some brochures of your product. See about stocking my shelves. We don't do any Johnny Burns, man. We don't do any dealer stuff. We sell everything direct to consumer. I shut my dealer program down over a decade ago. 63 U.S., 52 international dealers. We do everything to direct to consumer now. I don't have any margin at all. I also don't have any brochures or pamphlets. Everything's online. I do this video every night at 9 o'clock. The stuff we make each day pretty much sells out by the time we're done with the video. I think I've got about 10,000 on MSN, which is text messaging, which we send a text every night showing the product that's built each day. And then I think I'm over 120,000 on my email right now. Those are all real subscribers. We don't merge them. We don't buy them. We don't sell them. We don't trade them. That means somebody jumped through the hoops, put all their data in, and pushed the button 3 separate times to be on those lists. Everything we make sells. Yeah, we have 14 horses, 14 Black Angus, pair of Anatolians, few German Shepherd. Nice, man. Like a real farm. Carlin got arrested for swearing that one time. Yeah, so did Ice-T and Body Count. Although I think it was all horse shit, just like NWA. Isn't it a trip as we grow up, we look at these things that we perceive to be reality, and then as you age a little bit, you come to find out it was all fucking manipulation and bullshit. The entire fucking world that we involve ourselves in, right? We're not there for it. It doesn't actually directly affect us. We can't even prove that it truly happened, yet we were so immersed in it. I can prove that when I put seeds in the ground out here, they grow. I can prove that if I put them in the greenhouses out here, they start 6 weeks earlier. I can prove that my aquaponic system was just completely an ice cube and my fish are still alive now that it's unfroze. Like, I can prove all that, right? I can prove that these machines run every day and we built all of this shit in here and that we ship all these boxes out every day, right? I can prove that I put $1.5 million a year this year through the post office, $1.5 million through this post office in this middle of nowhere town. But I can't prove shit about fucking the border or Ukraine or Washington, D.C., right? But I can do what I do and keep fucking bettering my future and my employees and my family's future. You ever heard about Amazon influencer program? Yep. Yeah, I sure have. What's your opinion on the anti-2A laws and the idea of non-compliance? Lots of sunshine patriots here. What's a sunshine patriot? Is that like Florida or something? It's the big ask, right? We're going to ban all guns. And then they chip it back and whittle it away and they hit bump stocks. We're going to ban all guns and they chip it back and whittle it away and you're like, oh my God, okay, not so bad. They're never going to ban all guns because nobody would comply. And it would show everybody that they have no power. They only have they have perceived power only because you guys go along with it. If all of you stop paying the IRS, what would they do? They can only burn down 1 or 2 of your fucking homes every night. And they will burn your shit down. Ruby Ridge, Waco, a lot of gas leaks lately. We had over 300 acres in Montague County at the base of Mount Shasta. Awesome, man. Yeah, Allowed versus Able. That's right. Hardway Homestead, are you doing the Amazon? Buy the product, you get a cut. So we already did that, the affiliate, right? I talk about it every night. We'll talk about it right now. If you would please, if you use Amazon, we all know Amazon's the devil. If you would please go to any of my videos on YouTube or in my email or text link, there's a link to something for Amazon. When you click that, it downloads a cookie on your browser. You don't even know it happened. Every single website does it. If you decline it, they kick you off the website. Every website legally has to disclose that now. So when you accept that, or if you've already accepted it, it does it every time you go there. Anything you buy in 24 hours, it takes a percentage of your order and it gives it to me. That's your thank you for me doing these videos for 90 minutes every night and having a conversation and you having this dialogue with everybody that's on this video. And as a way of saying thank you, you take a little money away from the devil, which is Amazon, and it helps me. And if you're here, believe it or not, there's dudes on here every night that hate my ass. So every content creator that shows you anything on Amazon, hey, I just found this awesome thing and I want to show you guys about it because it could really help you and I think it would benefit you in your life, right? That's not what they're doing. They do the same thing I do. So if you don't want to help me, help somebody. I use Jack Spirko's affiliate codes when I buy something from Amazon. Sunshine Patriots, Winter Soldiers is a term that originated during and after the Revolutionary War, also known as the American War of Independence. Got it. You ever heard of a crazy old man named Aldrich that used to raise scorpions? Raise scorpions. So if you're a reptile guy, you make your money on arachnids. Arachnids make a lot of money. They have a lot of babies. They are easy to breed. And hand in hand at the same trade shows where you sell reptiles, you're going to sell arachnids also. Same audience. Watched a recent Pulling the Thread, and you guys talked about billionaires 100 years ago built America. Current billionaires, not so much. Yeah, because it's not America anymore. Because the borders, it used to be rich guys that would get on a ship and sail across the 7 seas, right? And go to the Orient and bring back miraculous things, right? They would shoot an elephant or a giraffe and have it taxidermied and bring it back, and only the rich had a house big enough to put an animal like that in, right? But it's not anymore. The world has no borders to those people. When everybody was locked down and you couldn't fly, they were all flying, right? They want to make it so you can only fly once a year. But they fly everywhere. And you know the real rich, they fly with 3 planes. They have a plane that actually flies ahead of them checking for turbulence. Make sure Scully talks about the billionaires building bunkers and how many pouches we'll need to breach those doomsday. How many pouches? Australian here. Do not breed arachnids. That's how we all die. Yeah, all your guys' spiders will kill you. Most of your snakes. Isn't 90% of your reptiles venomous? Went to Mexico and bought back a miraculous thing. Was it syphilis? Many people are scared to band together and stand up. Yep. And the ones that do it, right? Here's how you know you're being set up. When the guy that wants to band together and start a mutual assistant group and all he talks about is guns, that's the guy, right? When you guys meet up on the weekend for canning and he doesn't show up, that's your federal agent or the guy that's going to get you burned. I'd say he's talking about how many pouches for his breaching. Yeah. Like IV bags, water charges, yeah, I get it. Slider charges, slap charges, no nail flex. Only thing that will kill you here is sharks. Have you ever heard of cassowaries? They fuck a lot of people up, cassowaries. Saltwater crocs. I like to think Aussies have just DNA'd their way through poison. Overton, what's up, man? What's up? Herpes? You got herpes in Mexico? Did you ever see the donkey show? Have you ever seen a donkey that has been painted to look like a zebra? No cassowaries here. Our wild chickens are pretty nuts. The brown snake, yeah. You guys have fucking snakes in your houses. It's like going to Namibia. There's fucking cobras everywhere. 3 of the top 5 deadly snakes in Australia. Yep. Ping pong show, Korea. Ping pong. When you say no cassowaries here, you mean no cassowaries in the particular area you're in, because cassowaries are from Australia, correct? Aussies versus Floridians? Man, you took a penal colony and started a country. And you would think that they would have overthrown their tyrannical government when they said, hey, we're going to take away all the guns. But that didn't happen. And then the fucking COVID lockdown shit. Holy shit. Nogales has a good donkey show, but don't drink the water. How many dudes under 5'7"? I just barely make the cutoff. Why? Because if you're under 5'7" and a 50 cal passes you, it'll rip your arm off? U.S. was a penal colony? I don't know. I don't think so. For what it's worth, if we made a penal colony, Florida would be first up. At least you got plenty of people doing crazy shit. You always heard about hillbillies. You don't hear shit about hillbillies no more. It's always Florida now. Not sure what exactly is gun now with all them rules for the ATF. 5'7". My daughter is 15 and 5'10". Multicam danglers cut? Yeah. Multicam black? Yeah, I think we do. Maybe not. Maybe I don't know if we do or not. We just got multicam black. We just got multicam. I thought there's some multicam black ones out here. The truth is, I don't fucking know. I mean, shit's everywhere here. It's not like we're not fucking working. Thoughts on the Texas situation? I don't know, man. I'm not there. I'm not there. That's the big thing, right? When they told you all the McDonald's workers were striking, you saw all these videos of huge amounts of McDonald's. But then a couple days later, an angle came out from across the street on top of a building, and it was only 30, right? It's all fucking manipulation. It's to make you feel some kind of way. Truth is, I'm not near Mexico. I'm not going to Mexico. Don't know. More razor wire. Yeah, it's all around fucking Washington, D.C. The rules for thee, not for me. I've heard a SIG 50 cal will rip your arm off. Was it a SIG? Only a SIG 50 cal, though. Same cartridge, but only when fired from a SIG. Chris Watkins, what's up, man? Did you cut down some trees? Talking heads on TV keep saying Texas is going to start the next civil war. If that's true, it will be a short war. Did you see the 3 guys that got killed by the drone overseas? Right, the Iran supply drone. Random, just happened to be 3 black dudes. Maybe. What's more likely? Iran shot them, or somebody else shot them, or they weren't even shot. I don't believe shit anymore. How much shit through history have we believed? How much shit through history when we were in history class and you took history in college, all that shit you heard. And then you come to find out that it's fucking horseshit and the fucking United States government was behind a huge majority of it. CO signed off on it? Correction officer? What CO? Oh, your CO. So much manipulation. Yeah, 3 black dudes, all from Georgia. Maybe. I mean, like we pack up. When you get thrown in a prison population, you're going to hang out with people that are like you. So I mean, maybe that's possible. Do not disrespect the veteran. Bell, I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. Had an immigrant walk out in the road in front of me today and looked at me like I was crazy when I almost hit him. If you're coming here, learn our ways. Yeah, go in, stop at any major truck stop and walk in a bathroom stall. They all have these signs on the wall demonstrating not to throw your shitty paper, your shitty toilet paper in the trash can. Instead, put it in the toilet. 2 black women and a dude, actually. I didn't know that. I looked at the picture and saw 3 black dudes. Oh, headphones? I don't know what we're talking about, headphones. What's the Texas situation? Also confirmed cyber attack in Fulton County, Georgia today and shut down their whole system. What do you believe? You believe Russia is hacking Georgia, or do you think that's some shit coming from within the United States? What do you think is more plausible? Russia just randomly just pick Georgia? Or do you think it's to make you feel some kind of way? What is this warehouse? Unknown footage. I'll bet you got a cool channel. What's your YouTube about? I make all this stuff. By I mean people who are not me. I designed it. I sewed it. I patterned it. I sewed every day. I sewed today. I was sewing before I got on this video. But we make everything you see here in the United States, in small town USA, Tennessee. Or Berkey. What about Berkey? They're not just going after Berkey, man. They're going after fucking all of those companies. Sleight of hand, that's right. Sleight of hand, like Peter McKinnon playing cards and doing magic. Just sick of waiting. Pokes Earth with stick. Do a Mad Max already. Nah. Stack your money. Make your investments into tangible items that you'll use for your future. Build generational wealth. You know, you'd have $250,000 if in 2013? 2013. I think it's 2013. It might have been 2016. If you just put $10 a week into Bitcoin, you'd have 250 grand right now. Plant pine trees. Buy property that's attached to each other. He has 40, 50-second videos, doing a lot of shorts. Just got a possum in the chicken coop. So leave the possum in the chicken coop and see what happens. Can you afford to lose a few chickens? I've never had a possum injure chickens. I've only had possums eat some eggs. I've seen possums asleep in nest boxes with chickens. I've seen possums like in the chicken coops asleep. I have never had a possum damage a chicken ever. If you spent 250 on Bitcoin in 2008-9, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Okay, tell me, flesh that out, Accelerated, for everybody. Add a few more words there. Yeah, raccoons will tear the shit out of them. Raccoons will destroy them. Foxes will destroy them. I was going to buy 10,000 Bitcoin at 32 cents. Iran Gen Z war. Amanda, what is the infuser you use? I'm using a distillation unit, like a very small still. That's cool. Did you build it or buy it? I saw somebody said 450. Axar Gaming, $450. What are we talking about there, bud? You want to pet the cat? Come here. Where are you? Come here. Self-Reliance Festival. We'll be here in April. You can come and pet the cat. Kiri, what's up? Just back from Muscovy Monday. 2 new boys, 2 new girls. You got some Muscovies? Nice. What's the best way to get rid of rats in the chicken coop? Man, sit there with a pellet rifle, BB gun, and kill them. Hire a dude that has the little dogs or ferrets, minks. They'll fucking hunt them. Like, that's no bullshit. There's YouTube channels that just do that. Otherwise, you got to remove the food source, get them to move on, use poison, trap them. Traps work well. Peanut butter, man. Like, I'm to the point right now, we're trapping so many mice every day with peanut butter. But when you get down to the little ones, they can get out of there. So I watched this dude's whole YouTube channel. All it is trapping mice. He says Tootsie Rolls. Because you mold them, you heat them up in your hand, and then you mold them around the trigger. And they harden up. I've not caught a fucking single mouse. Not a one with Tootsie Rolls. I went back to peanut butter, and boom, started slaying them again. Get you some cats. But my dogs eat mice, but I mean, we have so many mice outside. Bucket traps. Yeah, I see the bucket traps. Man, I've not had any luck with bucket traps. I've got them sitting in the back closets and stuff. I haven't done anything. Now, I guess that's not correct, because I do have some open top 5-gallon buckets, and those motherfuckers will jump in there and not be able to get out. And I don't even have any bait in them. I'll just have mice. When I put dog food in there, I do get quite a few. I also use the old school, I think I have one over here. They're old mason jars, and they're like green glass mason jars, and the mice go in through the door and can't get out. And those worked really well. I come out in the morning and have 6, 7, 8 mice inside those things. I guess I moved them. I don't have them over here. This might be one. So these are bullshit like repros, but they still work. Here, I'm going to open it and show you. You can buy these off Amazon or eBay or whatever. They're made to look old, but these are not old. So this door, it has this little weight on there, and they can push right in there, but they can't get back out. And I've come out in the morning and had these jars full of mice, like they're all sweaty and wet, and then I've had them where they've like eaten each other. But these work pretty good if you just want something kind of fun. Open top buckets. That's what I'm talking about, open top buckets with dowel rod. Yep. What blade? This is a Microtech. I think it's a collab with Strider. You can see it's got poop and fur. I sliced the bellies of some rabbits open yesterday after I killed them to feed to the dogs. Bitcoin was like 30 cents each in 2009. 250 would have like 800 coin. Nice, nice. Yeah, I heard if you have 2 coins, that's generational wealth. Rat King. Mink Man, yep. Good evening. When did you find your calling in life? Were you young or was it later? So Jonathan Thomas, here's the deal. When I was 17, we would go to the San Diego swap meet, aka flea market. And the swap meets in San Diego were big, right? Jack Murphy Stadium had one, the sports arena had one, Santee had one, I think there was one in Lakeside, Oceanside had one. And you could go, if you went to like the San Diego sports arena, you could be there 6, 7 hours and not see the whole fucking thing. And we would go there and buy a parking space to set up garage sale type shit, right? But what we were really doing is that got us in at 6:30, and the swap meet opened. I think it was 8 o'clock. We'd get in early and walk around and find people selling sporting good stuff, especially women were selling like their husband's shit. They're getting divorced or whatever. So we're like, hey, how much for all of this? So we would buy all of that stuff up. And it wasn't, we started with just like $50. Hey, how much for this bow? And we'd sell it for $100. We'd put it in our booth later in the day for more money. But we were buying like surplus stuff. And then we would go to gun shows, and a gun show, I think a table was $65 for Del Mar Gun Show. And we go to gun shows and take the best stuff and sell it at gun shows and triple, quadruple my money on that stuff. So it was all just cash stuff. And then we did a t-shirt. We had taken some photos, and I think it was called 386 line reversal. They take a black and white photo and reverse it and build it into a screen. And back then it was pretty, like, you never saw a t-shirt that was printed that looked just like a photograph. I actually have a couple of the old ones in the back, but I'll show you what we were doing. So we were selling t-shirts and surplus gear and camping gear and outdoor gear. And then my cousin met a dude that was sewing some gear. And he's like, hey, take this and sell it at the gun shows when you go. That's me on the picture there. That was the very first print that we ever did. So I took this guy's LBV. I think there was a holster and something else, maybe a belt, and I put it on a mannequin, and a bunch of people wanted to buy it. And he's like, hey, sell this for, I don't know, I think he said $150 or whatever, and I put it up for like $175. So many people wanted to buy it that I just took orders for it. And they're like, well, how many can you build? I'm like, I don't know, but we'll build yours. And I came home that day with like $2,500. Most money I'd ever had cash, that legally anyways. So I go back to him that night and I'm like, hey, I'm pretty good at selling this stuff. I'll keep selling this and you build this. And he's like, well, slow down because I'm not building this shit. I'm like, well, what are we going to do? He's like, well, you're going to learn to sew or you're going to refund that money. Well, I'd already spent fucking half the money, so that wasn't an option. So I rented a sewing machine. He took me to this guy that he knew, and I rented a sewing machine. And the sewing machine I rented was a lightweight single stitch machine, GM 130E. I think it was a 130E. Mitsubishi. I still have it here somewhere. We don't use any of those machines on the floor. That's a lightweight machine. We use walking foot, compound walking foot, or needle feed machines. And for the first 10 years of my business, building the biggest, heaviest shit, I used 2 of those lightweight machines. So we just started building that stuff, and it took off. Now, I was still working multiple jobs. I had 3 delivery routes all in the same area, throwing newspapers out of a car, right? So I'd work about 5 hours a night. I'd hang out at my friend's gas station, which means we ate junk food for free. We were just stealing it, really. Got gas free a lot of times. There was no like tracking shit back then. So I would go in, fold newspapers, and then at 10 o'clock I would go do I could do it at midnight, 10 o'clock, 1 in the morning, whatever. But I would go about 10 o'clock, fold newspapers at 3 different places, and then go do the newspapers. And it would take about 4 hours. I would listen to Art Bell while I was doing that, and then I would go home and I'd sew. I'd get home at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and I would sew. And then I'd go to sleep and I'd get up, late morning and sew some more, or go mountain biking, or go diving, or go do whatever I was doing. It was always outdoor shit. And I would keep going to gun shows. There was a circuit, just like the circus. The gun show follows a circuit. And the Crossroads of the West gun show, there was one every weekend between Las Vegas, Arizona. There was a few in Arizona, and then California had them all through Southern California. So we were constantly, I say we, it was me and whoever wanted to tag along, really, or girlfriend at the time. Yeah, we perump. I met Art Bell several times. At Soldier Fortune show, he ordered an AK-47 vest a tack holster for a Glock 19. He had a few other things that we had built him. But I eventually got fired because I was having people cover my routes to do the newspaper shit. And finally they just like, you don't work here anymore. Which was, you know, it went for a few years. And I was making like $3,600, which was good money for a young man who didn't have to do any work nor deal really with the public at all. And then I'd just go do gun shows. So it was kind of an entrepreneur thing, right? That lie they sell you that as an entrepreneur you can go do and play and do whatever you want and you only have to work a little bit. And when I got fired, all of a sudden I didn't have an income because all of that other shit was play money. But that week that I got fired, I'm like, oh shit, for a few minutes, well, a couple hours, maybe a day, I was really like concerned what I was going to do, but I was still living at mom's house. I didn't have any car payments. I owned fucking everything for the most part. I owned everything. I didn't have any credit cards because I'd already defaulted on them and they took all that shit away. They weren't dumb enough to give me credit again. So I made 10 grand that week. And then it just went from there, man. It just kept fucking going and going and going. Like everything that I tell people not to do, that's because I've done all of it. Like I did all of the shit that I tell you guys not to do. All the mistakes, I've already made them. How to make money quickly, grow your business, and accelerate. Move with urgency. Everything you do, do it as though it's important, because if it's not important, why the fuck are you doing it? Like I did all that shit, right? I'm 52. I made those mistakes. If I could go back and tell 20-year me what to do, what I should do, hey, I'm you in 30 years, I would tell them exactly what I tell you guys every fucking day on the morning videos. The gift of giving, congratulations. I don't know who we're talking to. Perump, Christy, Mr. Greg, good for you. Legally anyways. Do you have Twitter X handle? Yeah, SOE Tactical Gear. Yeah, I think that's what I am. I'm on Twitter. I don't post there very much. I had it set to where everything I posted to Facebook auto-populated there. But I do try to make a couple posts. I try to put my morning videos there at least. I use it so little that it has moved. It moves my apps around. I am SOE Tactical Gear, yep. I don't know why it's moving so slow. It's just a picture of my Ford truck. That thing's parked around back. I don't even drive it anymore. I don't know how that's the picture on there, but it is. Comfy job is always the enemy. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. What? But I don't want to leave my job. I have insurance. I don't want to leave my job, my 401k. I don't want to leave blah, 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 blah. Right? Our friend started a company selling radios and made so much money the first year that he had told his father about it. And his dad's like, but what about medical insurance? He has medical insurance. You can buy badass medical insurance on your own. I've had medical insurance for the last 20 fucking years for me and my son and my fucking daughter and our other kids. Like at one point in time, we had everybody on fucking medical insurance. You know what we used? Fucking none of it. None of it. Never have I used medical insurance. You see the post on HipCam, the lady looking for get hired at Carhartt? Yep. You know where she didn't go? She didn't walk in this fucking door. There was fucking 10 of those posts this morning. You know how many came in here? Not a fucking one of them. We had a new girl come in here Friday, said she was coming in Monday. She didn't show up. We had a new girl show up today, and she E-or'd around to the point she worked for, she came in just a fucking complete shitty attitude. I've never seen anything like it. And I didn't say anything. They put her on the machine. They showed her how to sew, and they said, hey, just sew this Velcro on here, practice sewing, run this machine. And she sewed a couple of stitches, and then everybody looked up and watched her for literally, I was standing out here, I saw it happen. I mean, she could have done the job. This isn't bad for somebody who's never run a sewing machine, right? We could have had her up to speed in a couple days. And they're like, hey, what's the matter? Well, you haven't given me enough instruction. So one of my girls is like, oh no, I'm gonna knock this bitch's teeth out. So they're like, hey, so and so, show her how you do it, right? Maybe because maybe people they learn differently, right? We can all sew the product. We all do it a little differently. Let's just find somebody that maybe you click with. And one of the girls was standing here showing her how to do it, and the chick was just like rolling her eyes and being a fucking bitch. I came through here a few times, and there was somebody sitting in her chair showing her how to sew, and the chick's behind her not even fucking paying attention. So at about 9:30, she disappears, breaks at 10. And the lady sitting next to her realizes she's not there, goes in the bathroom. I don't know what happened. They come out, and then all of a sudden there's this powwow over here with 3 or 4 people. And they're like, you don't have to cry. You just have a shitty attitude. Like, you can't work here. But I really need a job. I have to have a job. She worked someplace, came in here. I'm like, where'd you work? Talked all kinds of shit about where she worked. That's like, I don't know why people do that. Hey, how come, where'd you work last? My boss was a fucking asshole. All that tells the guy that you want to get a job from, he's going to be the next asshole. So she was here a couple hours, took off. We have a couple of people. This lady's back here. This other lady's back here. They're doing well, but they're not up to speed yet. Like one of them's not up to speed. One of them's, doing great. The other one, I don't know what her deal is, but she's here making a go of it. Yeah, I'm like, where'd you work? Jones Plastic. Oh, how was working there? Fucking horrible. Everybody there's incompetent. I'm like, oh, what do your parents do? They work at Jones Plastic, and they're fucking they're assholes, and fucking Jones Plastic's a terrible place to work. I want to leave Camden. I'm like, where would you go? She goes, Texas. I'd go sewing. Well, what would you do? Well, I have some family out there. When's the last time you saw them? Well, I've never seen them. So when's the last time you had a job? A year ago. What have you been doing for a year? Just kind of working under the table, feeding my family's pets and taking care of some animals. So not a real job. Got it. Roger that. But it's a trip. Like, if all you guys that are making note, you're obviously in Hip Canyon, Tennessee. When you see those people, there were 3 or 4 posts today, and every day there's dozens of them. Who's hiring? And inevitably somebody tags me and says SOE's hiring. And then several people come along, and they're like, and they go, well, what's it pay? Well, it pays more than the job you don't fucking have. But the answer is it depends on you. If you come in here and you do an awesome job, it pays way more than if you can't sew. So they come in, or they don't come in, and they're like, well, where do I apply? You don't apply. You just show up there, and they're going to put you on a sewing machine, and you're going to sew. And then other people are like, but you make this post every week. You're not going to go look for a job. You don't want a job. They don't realize that if you click their name anywhere on Facebook in a group, if I click your name, I see every post you've made. And every post you've made has been just negative bullshit. And there's fucking hundreds. They could totally erase them, but they're just, I don't know, man. Mun Ryan, I am well. No matter what you do, where you're at, there's always people. Yeah, Eeyores. Can you give me a rundown on what's happening? F-14 Tomcat. I'm not hitting afterburners. I'm not hitting those louvers so that you'll fly right past me. I'm in a sew shop, and we make nylon tactical gear on these sewing machines right here in small town America. U.S. citizens sit on these sewing machines, and we build all of this stuff right here in this building. I have 5,000 videos on this YouTube page. I started this company 35 years ago, and you were talking to the owner of the company. You're also talking to the guy that designed and fucking sewed and patterned every piece of gear that's in here before it went to production. Do the thug shake? I don't know what that is. I'm not 5 years old. For what it's worth, I hate applying. I'm here to work. Yeah, the guy, like, if you really want a job somewhere, just show up and start fucking doing the job. I promise you. If you've gone and applied someplace and they're like, we'll call you back, and then you call them and they're like, yeah, we haven't gone through the rest. If you show up and start cleaning up trash in the parking lot, you will get somebody's fucking attention. If you show up and just walk in and be like, hey, I'm here to work. Put me on a machine. I'm here to sew. I've had 3 or 4 employees through the years that I fired. Like, chick cussed me out. You're a fucking asshole. You piece of shit. And then came to work the next day. And I'm like, what's this crazy bitch doing? And she sat down and sewed. I didn't speak to her for probably 2 months. And she'd made like 60 belts every day. Like, if you just show up and had value, like, I could totally fire you. And if you just walked in bold enough, I might just fucking not say anything to you and it's all over with. Seems last handful of years or so, people take pride in bitching about their job. It does, man. It really does. And I think it's just, it's the mob mentality, right? Because if you make a post talking about how you're oppressed and you're a victim, you get a lot of accolades from it. You get a lot of attention. Whereas when you make videos like I make, go watch my morning videos. 10 comments, there's always people talking shit in them. Always. Always. And I think that's why they do it. This has given them the sense of anonymity, but they don't realize, like, business owners, right? In the local Facebook group here, every time I make a post that we're hiring and there's 150 comments of people talking shit, those aren't people that want jobs. But other business owners are like, hey, man, I love when you do this because it fucking really shows me what the fuck's going on. And it fucking, all those people are unhireable. Every one of those people is like, I need a job. I need a job. I need a job. Every business owner here knows we're not hiring you. You'll also see in those groups every day, people like, who's hiring? I've put in 30 applications and nobody will hire me. I don't think they're really hiring. No, they're hiring. They're just not hiring you. Like when you decided to fucking tattoo a dick on the side of your fucking face, right? When you're going off fucking nuts, cussing out your baby's daddy or your landlord. All that tells fucking somebody who runs a business is they're going to be the next fucking person that you're bad-mouthing on the internet. You just show people that you are a fucking crazy person. We don't have to have you sit here for a matter of days. You've already fucking demonstrated it. What are you doing? This fucking cat chews up. He likes to chew on this foam. That and those people never audit their social media. No, they leave it, man. They leave it. Can you tattoo a turtle? I don't know. People get pig ears to practice tattooing on. Get out of there. Get. You motherfuckers are going to be outside cats. I got fired 3 times when I was 15 working at a custom car shop. The last I was hired back, I had to clean the office that wasn't cleaned in probably 20 years. But you remember it, man, right? You remember that shit. Those are the things we talk about now. It makes you part of who you are right now. It's amazing when people finally realize the common denominator to their issue. I say it all the time, Jason, all the time. I'm like, man, every problem I have, you know what's involved in every single problem I have? Me. I am involved in every one of my problems. No wonder some do not want to work for you when you can and shall have a good worker come in and does not meet your There you go. There you go. Christy Borges, weren't you here actually asking to work? Didn't you send me an email asking to work? Everyone might not be my cup of tea. Well, the common denominator here is I own this motherfucker. So why should I have an employee here that agitates me? More than that, right? The girl that came in today, every fucking employee on this floor dealt with her, and she was shitty to all of them. So when you start your business, Christy, I'm pretty sure you've been on here multiple nights Weren't you asking me for a job? Was that not you? Yeah, I own this motherfucker. I've built it for fucking 35 years. I'll be damned if I come to a fucking place that I own where fucking something here irritates me. And I've been a business owner for over 30. Then why were you asking me for work, Christy? Somebody click on her name. See what she has going on. Why are you here? Tattoo a turtle. Neil, add some value here. But if you say that again, I'm just going to block you. You can make a new fake account. My dad fired me twice when I was in high school for being 5 minutes late construction laborer. And at the time I hated him for it. Finally learned from it. And now as an adult, I'm not late. Yeah, if you're not Homestead Medical, what did she say that you just fucking banned her for? I think isn't that the chick that said she's an investigator, works part-time, wanted to come in and sew for me? Hasn't she been on these videos for like the last week? She sent me a message saying she moved here, and I thought she said she had taken fashion design or something. Maybe I have her mistaken with somebody else. Because I moved here and this place is out of nowhere and want to do for it. Yeah, I had a bad feeling about you. That's why I never invited you to come here. And here you have shown your true colors. Sorry, I thought you're tattooing. Why would you think I'm... Okay, ban that guy. Neil, you're gone. Go ahead and block fucking Christy Burgess, too. She's fucking gone, too. That's that irritation thing, right? When you have irritation, you remove irritation from your life. What mesh pockets do you have available in inventory? Let's see. Your true color is good. Take your true... The beauty when we block them, they still see our shit. We don't see them. Take your true colors and go do whatever the fuck you want to do. You hire your employees how you want to hire them. You moved to a town where there's nothing. You're goddamn right you did. And you're about to fucking find out what frustration is running. And you have a business for 37 years? Perfect. Why are you trying to work for me? I have arid... What kind of pockets you want, man? You want them Velcro backed or PAL, small or large? Do we have airsoft gear? No. Airsoft guys use our gear. This shit's all through Tokyo Maru's catalogs. Can I remove my grandma? Is she gone? Small mesh pocket Velcro. So I have Arid. I've got a few Coyote. I have multicam black. I have a couple with multicam black red thread. That's what I've got right now. We've got a ton of them out there cut though. People are trip. I can't imagine why she doesn't work there. I never invited her in. I didn't even reply to her email. She went on, she said, just moved here, looking for extra work. I'm an investigator for the state, but I run my own business so I can work my own hours. And I thought, why would I want somebody who's a state investigator to come look at my shit, right? Work for me. Because inevitably, when you have an employee that no longer works for you, they try to cause problems for you. So why would I hire that person? And if you have your own business, why are you trying to come work for me? Like that white you use, it's called Alpine. It's this right here. I just did a big comms project for an airsoft team. I respect what the hell yeah. The crazy shit is when you're talking to an airsoft kid, and I say airsoft kid, right? That could be an 8-year-old, it could be a 35-year-old guy. They know more about the reenactment and the actual gear than half the dudes truly using the gear know about it. Newest builder trying to propose will ban, Bill, militia training. Yeah, they're very vague about it. It could be anything. Cry Precision or UF Pro. I don't know what UF Pro is. Never even heard of them. Cry was started by Caleb. I know Caleb. Investigator for the state. No thing. Yeah, it's like hiring a bitch that's going to come work for you that's an OSHA investigator. Why the fuck would you do that? I had to train my ex-female firefighter to pressure wash. She wasted time inspecting at our fire extinguishers. What amount of hours do you work? We work 8 to 5. There's 2 15-minute breaks in there. There's a half-hour lunch break also. We feed you lunch. We have awesome. Anybody ever been here when we're eating lunch? Any of you guys online here? 231 people. Have you ever seen the lunches that we eat here? Anyone? Can you just, whether me telling them how awesome our lunch is, you guys tell them. We print a new shirt every week, so you also get 52 T-shirts or hoodies. I do an employee run when we run our shirts. So every person that works here gets a T-shirt, one of our new T-shirts every week. We run a new design every single week, and we hardly ever rerun them. Yeah, very good lunches. UF Pro is German. They make some legit videos. Yeah, I had no idea. I don't know, man. You pick the one that you need. Pick what works for you. Yeah, the lunches are good. And you can eat the lunch on the autopsy table. That's right. You can stand at the autopsy table and eat lunch. Always try to get in town in time for Jeremy's lunch. Yep. You guys supply lunch. That's awesome. Never worked anywhere in Australia. Yeah, we used to do breakfast, but most of them didn't eat breakfast. They would already eat at the gas stations, shit on the way in. So I just stopped. Like some days they would eat breakfast, some days they wouldn't. So I just stopped doing it. I could never plan for it. We were putting chicken eggs up here in cartons. My employees hadn't bought chicken eggs in, I don't know, at least 3 years, COVID. Since COVID, not a single person that works here bought chicken eggs. They stopped taking them home. I just had cartons of chicken eggs there, and they just fucking got burnt out on them or something. So I fed off half the chickens to the dogs. Like we were producing so many eggs, and the feed bill was so high, and none of the employees were using the eggs. So I just, dropped the flock by half. Maybe I should work just for the lunches. F-14 Tomcat. I assume you were a pilot, U.S. Navy pilot? ? Or are you just a dude that just really liked F-14s? Josh has been here. Yeah, Josh was our chef. Josh, like Cordon Bleu Academy, top chef for all these restaurants. Josh came and cooked here for 4 years, fed me. I like planes. Right on. Right on. Eagle 357. Have a good night, man. Don't get beat up by any koala bears. Bro, just asking if you got some camo tape. I don't know what camo tape is, so I'm gonna go with no, I don't. Cushy gig, short hour. Yeah, it depends how you're calibrated, right? If you've been doing outdoor construction, this is a cushy gig. If you've worked in a SOE factory, this is a cushy gig. There's 7 tons of air here, and there's 7 tons of air over there. And all of these vents in this chase fill this area. So when it's hot outside, it's cold in here. When it's cold outside, it's warm in here. It's like we don't have any of the fucking air ducting systems. We're not running overhead power. You have fucking tons of light. We'll buy, you can buy any chair you want, bring in here, and I'll pay you for your chair if you want to buy a chair different than ours. We supply all the equipment. Most factories you work at, you got to pay for your nippers. You got to pay for all your tools. We supply all of that shit. Camo gauze. Nope, no camo gauze. Man, we sell nylon gear, buddy. This is a SOE shop. We make nylon tactical gear. I'm really believing the tainted meat. Bought 2 pounds of boar's head Genoa salami. It looked and tasted fine, but smelt like shit. That's weird. Machines take me back to high school working in an upholstery. Oh, yeah. Yeah, upholstery like Conso 206s and stuff. I've got a ton of those. Once you weigh your job against breaking concrete and mud, yeah. I guess that's part of the mindset now, right? I was the kid. At 13, they would drop me off at job sites with a pickaxe, a sledgehammer, and a wheelbarrow. And all day long, I would sledgehammer concrete, pick it out with the pickaxe, move it around front in piles of broken concrete, and then they would pull up at 5 or 6 o'clock, and I would fill the Toyota truck up with concrete. That's what I did. They had jackhammers. They didn't ever give them to me. And then you could hit it harder more times with the sledgehammer to make the pieces of concrete smaller, or you could swing the sledgehammer less and move heavier concrete. Rep, once you weigh your job, yeah. Camo gauze is found on Temu. Make sure to give them the highest amount credit limit card. I sell gauze. It's just not camo. What are you going to do with camo gauze? I've got 4-inch bandages. I've got 6-inch bandages. I've got compressed gauze. I've got tourniquets. I've got compact tear-off med pouches, mini colors. I've got vehicle med bags. I have deployable tourniquet pouches. I have med trays, ankle med kits, Narcan pouches. But I don't have any camo gauze. What's the plan for a custom color tool bag light? I don't know. What do you want? What do you want? We're planning Killdozer right now, but that's not even till June. 3 years ago, me and the old lady would have been there with bells on. What's the plan for custom color? Camo gauze on Temu. Are people getting compromised through Temu? When you start working on your garden, are you planning anything new this year? No, I never say what I'm planning, because if I fucking say it, there'll be 20 assholes telling me why I didn't do it. I never know what we're doing. I always intend to start seeds, and then I'm like, fuck it, why am I starting seeds? Like, it's all nice practice, but we don't eat this shit. Like we run a business. We actually run multiple businesses, and we do all this shit kind of as a hobby. This is just kind of practice for in case we have to do it. So it's a little bit different than a person who's homesteading for real and is going to make all this produce and then put it away, right? We do some pickling, we do some canning, we do some pressure canning, but not on like a big scale. We go to farmer's market and buy 100 pounds of jalapenos and make cowboy candy. But if it was for real, if the power went out, then you're scaling completely different, right? I'm not going to put in 4 beds of sweet potatoes. I'm going to put in 400 feet of sweet potatoes. So, yeah, I would love to do this huge, enormous garden every year, but it's time. And every hour spent out there is an hour not spent in here. And this generates money, whereas the other does not for me. Temu is the dollar store, Alibaba. Should get a Komatsu. So they're super hard to get. I don't know if you saw this, but Whistling Diesel was going to Australia to get one. He ended up buying one, the only one he found for sale, was not running, and he bought it in Idaho. And then from Idaho, they drove to the town where Niemeyer drove through the town with his killdozer. They drove in, they trucked his Whistling Diesel, trucked his Komatsu into that town, and actually interviewed all the people. And everybody there was kind of like on that dude's side. Like, check out Whistling Diesel. He's got 3 or 4 videos. He went to the town. He went to the radio station and interviewed them. He went to City Hall and said, hey, were you here when Killdozer happened? And she's like, yes, I was the dispatcher that took the first 911 call. He talked to the officer, one of the police officers. He talked to another deputy that said, you know, he's the bad guy, but my libertarian in me, I understand why he did it, right? It was kind of interesting hearing the people talk about it, having lived through it. Yeah, it was like 1,400 miles out of the way, I think, yeah. Yeah, the Komatsu, it's pretty interesting. Like when you look at all the other big dozers, they just have stickers. The Komatsu on the grill says Komatsu in 2-inch raised letters molded into the metal. It's a different animal. You have to take like the blade off and the rippers off and I think you got to take part of the tracks off because it's literally so wide. You have to disassemble quite a bit of it to run it down a U.S. highway. And with that said, Kiri, I have I don't know where I put them. I've got some heat mats for seed starting that just came in. I don't know where I set them. We have a ton of shit coming through the door every day. Tiffany bag ordered. Can't wait to see the bag color. See the bag color? It's badass. It's this color. Check it out. 236 people on here, 96 thumbs up. Marvin made a 3-hour video explaining why he did it, and I don't blame him for being pushed to do it. Normal men sometimes have to do extraordinary things. I think that's what he said. Or somebody said that about him. Sometimes normal men are pushed to do extraordinary things. Hometown has a 92 Komatsu D85 21 dozer for sale. Is that a big one, Koos? That's not as big though, right? The French farmers are doing it. Yeah, they do seem to be doing it. It's not just the French farmers. It's happening all through Europe. Because they're turning off all the fertilizers. They're trying to kill all those farmers' businesses. They want to push you into cities. They want to reduce your population, push you into cities. And then the ones that don't go into the cities, they will round you up and you will be their slave labor. You will work in the coal mines. You will be the labor that produces the food that feeds the cities. You notice that all these cities, they want to sequester you and put you in these cities where you can't leave your zone, right? Has anybody asked them where the food's coming from? Yeah, you'll drink Brondo. Will we run medium clothes bags? I don't know the answer to that. We can't get any more of this material. what I have is what I have. So I'm really not taking orders for it. I'm filling orders. There's a few extras ran on those. And then the last of it will all be saved for custom orders until we find another source, which has not happened. Yeah, the crickets. Crickets have chitlin, which causes your body not to be able to absorb the vital amino acids. Yeah, I've heard that, man. I've seen that. Yeah, we have to ban your small garden because birds might poop on it, and you're not smart enough to wash or process your own food, and you might get salmonella. So to save you, you are not allowed to have a garden. Zach Jones, what is going on? What's really happening? It's late night. Why are we? Because this is what I do a video every night, man. I got up at 3:30 this morning. I worked out by 4, made a video, and then worked out. And I've been here ever since then. I had a massage. Massage therapist came in here 5:30, 6 o'clock. I did a 90-minute massage. And then she did my wife for 90 minutes, did a massage. And I do a video every night at 9 o'clock. I do this every single day of the year. Met an illegal alien today that's Mexican and says he's going to go back to... I've heard that. I keep hearing that. You heard me talking about food? I'm about to get off of here and actually do a ribeye on butter in cast iron here in just a minute. What's my actual job? This is what I do. Dude, there's 5,000 videos here. Check out my shorts. You'll get a pretty quick idea what I do every day. I've got Instagram, Facebook also, Twitter, Locals Float, MeWe. I started this company 35 years ago, but I do a lot of other things now. If you really want to know, jump on the short videos when I jump off of here. Just scroll through some of my shorts. I do 2 podcasts every week. We film 2 days out of the week. We do nothing but film video. We need to ban glyphosate. I see what you're saying there. All right, guys, I'm out. Have a good night. I'm going to go eat ribeye.